We discovered our daughter was switched at birth, and when we tried to meet her, we found out something even worse. Our daughter Sophie needed routine blood work before a minor surgery when she was 10 years old. The doctor called us into his office and said there was a problem with the results. Her blood type was O negative, but my husband and I are both a positive, which he said was genetically impossible. We did a DNA test, and Sophie wasn't biologically related to either of us. The hospital admitted there must have been a switch and gave us contact information for the other family. Our biological daughter's name was Anna. That night, I watched Sophie sleep and couldn't stop crying because I loved her just as much as before. My husband and I decided not to tell her yet because we didn't want to scare her. We needed to find Anna. I called the other family and a woman answered. Hi, I think there's been a terrible mistake at the hospital where our daughters were born. I said. There was a long silence. We need time to process this. She finally said, I'll call you back. A week went by with no call. I kept imagining both girls in our lives, picturing them becoming best friends and celebrating birthdays together. I wasn't trying to replace Sophie or take Anna away from her family. I just wanted to know my biological daughter. I called again. I know this is overwhelming, but we just want to meet Anna. We can figure everything else out together. She sighed. We're still thinking about how to handle this. We need more time. I asked what there was to think about because Anna was my daughter. She said it was complicated. Another 2 weeks passed and I called every few days. Now isn't a good time, she kept saying. We're dealing with some family stuff and Anna is going through a lot right now. I asked if Anna was okay. I can't get into it right now, but we'll reach out when things calm down. Sophie asked me one morning why I seemed sad, and I told her everything was fine. My husband grabbed the phone from me one day when I was crying. Listen, we have every right to meet our daughter and we're not going to wait forever, he said firmly. She got defensive. You need to think about what's best for Anna and not just yourselves. This is complicated and you're making it harder. I took the phone back. Please, we've missed 10 years of her life already. She said the timing wasn't right and hung up. Sophie asked why I kept crying and I hugged her tight and told her I loved her more than anything. Another month went by with emails and texts begging them to reconsider. I left a voicemail saying we were coming to their house whether they liked it or not. She texted back saying fine. They'd meet us at a diner but they needed to talk to us alone first. I asked my sister to watch Sophie. We showed up at the diner and the other couple was already sitting at a table in the back. The woman's eyes were red and puffy and the man looked like he hadn't slept in days. We sat down and I immediately said, where is Anna? When can we meet her? The woman looked at her husband and he stared down at the table. There's something we need to tell you first, he said quietly. My husband leaned forward. What's going on? Why all the secrecy? The man took a deep breath. This has been the hardest 2 years of our lives. I felt my chest tighten. What do you mean 2 years? The woman started crying harder. We should have called you right away when we found out about the switch, but we were scared and didn't know what to do. My husband's voice got louder. Found out about the switch. When did you find out? The man said, 2 years ago, when our daughter needed blood work, same as yours. That's when we realized Anna wasn't biologically ours. I couldn't believe it. You've known for 2 years and didn't tell us. The woman was sobbing. We were going to tell you. We wanted to, but then everything happened and we just couldn't deal with it. I was getting angrier. I don't care about your excuses. Where is Anna right now? The man looked at his wife and then back at us. She's not here. You can't see her. My husband stood up so fast his chair scraped loudly. Then take us to her right now or we're calling the police. The couple looked at each other and something passed between them that made my blood run cold. We can't do that, the woman whispered through her tears. I felt my own tears starting. Why not? What happened? Is she okay? The man's voice broke when he said, Anna died 2 years ago. We left her in the car on a hot day. We forgot she was there. I couldn't speak. I couldn't breathe. My husband made a sound like he'd been punched. The man looked right at me. We were so afraid to tell you this, but then we realized that avoiding you wasn't the right decision because you're going to give us Sophie back. Full story on the channel below.